How are you?
Doing very well. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me. I'm so
Thank you
excited
for
to
having
chat
me.
about the show. Um, I find it so fascinating, the idea of like filming a scene multiple times, probably just because I've never done it. But I would love to know, what is the craziest thing about having like a fight choreography day where you have to film a fake fight multiple times?
Oh, it's exhausting. It's exhausting. Do you know what? There was that. How many episodes have you seen?
I saw the first one. Unfortunately, that was
You've
all I
only
had
seen one?
time to watch.
You've
Yes,
only seen one?
just one. That
Okay.
was all I had time to watch.
You've got loads to enjoy. That's fine.
Okay, I'm
That's fine.
excited.
But there was a day where I had a fight, and I had this great. I fought all day. I was so ill. And we did it all day, and I was exhausted. And I got pulled for a chat afterwards for the EPK people for like an interview.
Yeah.
And they put me next to my stunt double, lovely young guy. His name I now can't remember, but I will find it. And he hadn't done anything all day because I'd been so short. I'd wanted to do my stunts, and
Yeah.
they asked me. The first thing they said was, and I was on the verge of tears. What was it like, Milo, watching your stunt double take so many hits for you today? And I was just sat there and I was like, and all I could do was be like, it was great. It was great. And this poor kid's looking at me like, I didn't do, what? And I was like, I just, you know. But they're always good days. They're always fun. You always lock in. There's a lot of camaraderie, and
Yeah.
everyone leaves smiling.
Yeah. I love that. Sarah in the show always remembers the first lines of books that she reads, which I thought was such a fun and like specific detail.
That
And
girl, yeah.
yes, and it kind of got me thinking, is there something that you would consider yourself an expert in, the way she's kind of like a book expert?
Okay, but is this a question for Milo, or are you talking about Rudy?
Either or. Maybe Milo if that's easier.
Milo, an expert in something.
I mean, it can literally be anything. I was thinking like pancakes or like I love analyzing TV shows. Literally anything.
I um I like to probably memory, weirdly,
Yeah.
given that she remembers the first lines of books. I also kind of maybe have that in a bit of a weird way. I also smell things really strongly.
Yeah.
So maybe it would be perfume. Maybe it would be some kind of.
Sure.
What about you? What do you think?
I feel like I'm usually the person who's like um analyzing color theory in clothing. I do that all the time.
What do you
It's
think of
so
my?
hyper specific. Very official.
Thank you very much.
Um, and I heard a little bit about how y'all spent time together as a cast when you weren't filming, and I wanted to ask you if you had any favorite memories or games that y'all played in between takes, things like that.
Have you spoken to Madison yet?
Mm-hmm.
Have you? Have you spoken to Robin yet?
Yes.
Oh, God. So I was gonna say maybe ask them about the duvet game. It takes a
Oh,
long time to explain,
okay.
but they're experts at it, and people who know will know. I'll tell you about
Okay.
it another time. That was a real fun one.
That's so fun. Listen, an onset game always sounds like a good idea. Um, and one thing that I love about your character that I think is a really beautiful kind of arc is how his original plan for his life doesn't really work out the way that he expected.
God
It
damn it.
ends up almost being better or more meaningful than it might have been originally. Is
Mm.
there a time in your life that something didn't work out, but then it ended up being better, like the new option that you got, if that makes sense?
Getting this job, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens all the time in our industry. You think you're going to do something, and you don't end up doing it, and then sort of 2, 3 months later, something else comes up and that you wouldn't have been able to do had you taken the first gig. That's a really interesting question. What about you?
Um, oh, I don't know. I haven't actually thought about this for myself.
Think about it. You're on the
Um,
spot.
Maybe like freshman year of college, like the clubs that I chose and stuff, I felt like it was like a diversion either way. So I ended up going one way, but yeah.
But it worked out.
Yeah, I think it worked out.
Good. I'm glad.
And I have to tell you that last night in Times Square, I saw a Rainmaker ad on one of the biggest screens on 42nd Street. And I'd love to know if there's like a specific memorable or kind of crazy moment just related to this show that you've had so far.
Um, I mean, for me, it's just kind of all of it. It's a bit of a wild ride, but I think individually with each of my sort of cast, I've kind of been looking at them and thought, wow, like I wasn't expecting to be here. You know, my first day with John was a bit like that. That anything I did with Dan Fogler, I thought, oh my goodness, PJ, just incredible. You know, Lana, Maddie, like it just kind of watching these people work, um, and bring their sort of A game to something that you feel so strongly about and care so much about is a really special sort of moment.
Yeah, absolutely. And this show is going to be something that everybody is binge watching this month. What is something that you are binge watching right now or you just finished?
Oh, you know, I don't really binge.
Okay.
I'm a bit of a, I like a movie.
Okay.
I've been flicking through, and I like to go through people's filmography. So, like, weirdly, I've been flicking through Brad Pitt at the moment. So, I just watched World War Z the other day.
Okay.
Interview with the Vampire. Some like, so I like to do that. What about you? Tell me, should I be seeing anything? What's going on at the moment?
I have been into old school shows lately. So I know that there's a lot of new stuff, but I just like finished Lost and I'm on I want to start Smallville. So I'm on the 2000s game, I guess.
Oh, oh, lock it in. Be proud.
Yes. And okay, so talking about TV shows, the other side of the question, why is The Rainmaker the show that people should watch this month?
I mean, you know, sometimes these are hard sells, but for me, it's I don't even feel like I need to explain it. It's got the most incredible cast. We had such a great crew. People sunk their hearts into it. It's an amazingly fresh, tight, character-driven take on a really beautiful piece of source material that's been done before, and we're even redoing it with humor and drama and love and loss and yeah, to me, it's like it's the package.
Yeah. And yeah, the cast in the show is just phenomenal. Is there anyone that you would love to either have as a guest star in the future or just work with in the future in general?
Um, hmm, you know, my little brother,
Oh, I love that.
my
That's
little brother.
I know. I feel like I would love to work with my little sister, but then sometimes I wonder if we would just end up killing each other.
Without a doubt, we'd kill each other, but we'd go down in style, you know?
Yeah, oh, without a doubt. Um, what did you learn about yourself through making this project, whether from Rudy or just from like a practical sense too?
What did I learn about myself? Um, I mean, so much. This was like a 6 month sort of love affair of a project. It was, what did I learn? I mean, I learned lessons in the sense of how in the sense of leaning on the people around you. I feel like I was a bit of an island before I kicked this off,
Yeah,
and I learned that the people around me were, you know, could take my weight every now and then in the same way that I wanted to be able to take theirs and to make that a two-way street.
yeah. No, I love that. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for
But
chatting
it's
with me
such
today.
a pleasure.
Congratulations on the show, seriously.
Thank you very much.